All right, guys, welcome to Virtual Destinations. This is Metabeast segmented show. And today, guys, he's going to take us on a journey to Decentraland. So we're going to give the mic to Metabeast right now. Metabeast, why don't you tell the audience what Decentraland's about? I know you kind of gave it a little bit of a description prior to us transitioning here, but give them an idea of your home metaverse, how long it's been around. We went and saw Second Life last week. So kind of give us the skinny on what we're about to see.
Well, Decentraland is probably the second oldest or longest running one. It's like kind of like being in the real world. You can walk the entire the whole space, the whole metaverse. It would take a while to do so. I believe some people have. I've ran up and down it. Or up, at least up and down it, not all the way around it. But I started off just exploring, seeing the cool things that people were building out there, and which led to some co-hosting some art on Wednesdays for Wearable Wednesdays, which is in regards to avatar clothes, wearables. And which they just had the Metaverse Fashion Week just finished. And then also on Fridays, we do NFT Fridays, and we talk with the artists and see their works, and they would give them an opportunity to tell us a little bit about it, which led me to meeting a bunch of cool people. It's a pretty, what's the word? Passionate community.
I think there's a lot of passionate communities in the Web3 space.
Well, yeah, you know what? We all say that about our community, don't we? But I am in Decentraland. If you are ready to,
yeah.
My screen.
Definitely, guys. Here we go. Let's take a trip to Decentraland.
Now, like Second Life, it is a client-based, so there is a download. Once upon a time, it was purely web browser. The graphics has changed a lot. It's still a little bit cartoony, but
I get the Nintendo vibes off of it.
Oh, but there's some amazing builds out there. So, if you download
the portal,
it's a pool. It's a whirlpool.
No, that's like a portal, though.
No, kinda. It takes you down below. I'll show you here.
All right.
But this is where you first come in, and you'll find where people. You got find people. That's where some of the more popular places are at that particular time. The events that are going on, which while I'm here, I'm going to show you real quick. And then we got best rated, because I have been working the past several weeks. Oh, it better be on here.
I know what you're getting at, man. I can't wait to see this.
Oh, it's tops. Anyway.
It's exciting.
I know. Been working on an Easter egg hunt for Easter, which starts on the 20th, and the event ends on the day before. But every weekend there is a Decentraland community building X space. If anybody's curious, you can stop in there. It starts at noon Eastern, and it can run for several hours. And you can click on any of those. It'll take you to any of those events or places. But if you drop down the waterfall or the whirlpool, this will take you to.
That's nuts.
That is badass.
That is so cool.
BV, take notes, please. That's badass.
And you can. They'll give you some information. They'll try to help you out.
Is that a squid at the bar?
That is it's both.
Oh.
It's a man with a squid on his head.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Pause.
Oh, I see the
And he's
guy. I see the guy. He
He's
just got
painting.
swallowed.
Oh, you can talk that way too. Look, it's like it's almost like Zelda.
That's
All right.
so
That's cool. I'll be right back.
There
Yeah.
we go. Skip. All right. Yep. Thank you.
Okay, so when you were up on the top showing us, the people's page and help thing, you were saying like the top rated, so people can actually go in other people's spaces and like rate them on how their space is.
Yep. And I will show you that here in a minute. All right. That's going to keep going. So the menu, you got your map, which you can click on, and it will open up.
Whoa.
And you can see this is all new. We have water.
Whoa. Oh, so this square is what all of Decentraland.
This is all of Decentraland. Yep.
Wow.
And it seems small, but it's really not.
Yeah.
You got all the different, some different categories. You can find different places to go visit.
This is cool. Yeah, it's almost like a Google, when you search Google for like restaurants near me or something like that. Mm-hmm. That is so cool.
And I was actually going through and cleaning up my favorites list here. You got most active again, best rated, and newest is one thing. You can click anywhere on the map and it will bring up this side thing, give you a little bit of the description depending on how much the person who built that space provides. And then you can click jump in and portal there right away. You'll notice
that's cool.
You'll notice all these stars across the board.
Mm-hmm.
They are, so there's a DAO involved as well. And you can submit a proposal to have your spot in Decentraland a POI, a point of interest. There's been a lot of debate and talks on what you need, what is the requirement should be to make that. I've actually was involved with one of the proposals to actually add categories for the POIs. So something that could have it has a historical aspect to it. It could be applied for and get a POI, or if there's usually everybody had their own kind of different ideas of what a POI, what constituted having a POI, and it was usually throwing events all the time. Well, after all this discussion, I made the suggestion of categories, and it's got one more step to go to become official, but I've done a few proposals in the DAO.
Don't lie, you're a godfather in the Decentraland. Come on.
And these are some games that they highlight. They change because I should show people. I gotta close this. Up here, you'll see a little box with a question mark, and there are daily quests you can do to earn wearables and emotes. So right now it's 5,000 points on ColourPop, level 3 on Liquid Labyrinth. But those are the games, those purple boxes that I showed you. You complete those 3, and I'm guessing that's a emote that you would get. And those change from time to time. You have notifications. That's the map again too. But here's the fun one, your backpack.
Okay.
This is where you have every avatar has defaults. There's male, female. Currently, that's all they have. There has been much discussion in the DAOs and wants for a bit wider of a range, but You can change your hair, eyes, shirt, and this is my Easter wearable
Oh, cool.
that I had somebody make
Your
for
getup.
me to be given away for the first 100 participants of the hunt.
Oh, wow, that's so cool.
And this guy on my shoulders,
Yeah, what is that?
that's my proudest one. So they introduced a new category in the wearables, exotic. So there's legendary, mythic, and that's the number of wearables available. So you got 1, 10, then it went 100, then 1,000. Well,
Okay.
they introduced a new one, exotic, and that's only a total of 50 of these were made.
Oh.
I worked with a person by the name of Nikki Fuego, who made it for we came to an arrangement, and she made it for me. It sold out. I was very proud. But I call it the Galactic Companion, and I hope to add some more utility to it sometime down the road when my skills get better and things are, you can do more within Decentraland. But they have a whole marketplace where you can buy all kinds of different wearables and emotes, which would be like this.
See, I love emotes. I remember emotes from Spatial.
Oh, Spatial. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I had one made for me too. This is the Tootsie Roll. So,
what I love about Decentraland, not to cut you off, was like you have all the multimedia features in there. You have the streaming boards, you have the emotes, you guys can actually host concerts in Decentraland, fashion shows. I like that. There's other metaverses project we're involved that they're just starting, but you guys are kind of like the trailblazers and a template, if anything, on where they can be in the future. But you guys are tried and true and reliable, in my opinion. And by the way, guys, we're going to attempt to live stream in there. I haven't forgotten about our conversation, Metabeast, so I'm working on our virtual server for that. But there's a little back-end stuff I got to do over here at True Media Group, but it's possible, and I can't wait to do that collab when it comes to that.
And I have plenty of space. I have a few places it can be done. And it was mentioned one of the plazas could possibly do it too. So you might be able to do it in multiple locations within Decentraland all at the same time. So
that's what
and
of
course it would. I'm sorry, D. Of course, it would become an event that would be posted on the events page that I showed you earlier.
And that's cool. Like, you guys probably have your own central hubs and stuff like that. And I like that. I like that there's a place where, everyone can culminate together, like a town square, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there's several places that do that. So, and this is real quick. This is the camera. You can take some pictures. The camera option is pretty cool. And then you got your settings. It can get a little resource intensive, so I do want to mention this. If you do come in and you're having a little bit of problems, you can adjust your resolution, memory. They used to have a whole bunch more here, but changing your scene distance and your environment distance, bringing that down a little bit, or just selecting low might provide you a better experience sometimes.
So essentially,
oh, sorry.
Go ahead, D.
Go ahead, D.
No, so it's kind of similar to like Vivi's one, where you choose a performance and you bring it down to like help you better stream.
Yes,
and that was my question. Like, what is the minimum requirements for hardware in order to make this functionable? Like, RAM is the most important part, in my opinion, out of any machine versus everything else. But what does it take? What is the minimum requirements? Do you know?
Not off the top of my head. I can tell you I have 40 gigabytes RAM.
Well, you got no problems.
I was gonna say.
You would think so. But sometimes not so much. But yeah, it it drastically helps a lot.
Well, plus your video card and your processor also helps as well.
True.
Yeah.
I've had 16 gigabytes of RAM, and it would work.
Yeah.
A lot of times it would work fairly well, but then every once in a while, not so much.
Yeah.
I know, Richard, 40. I'm over here with 32. I'm like, dang. You know?
I want to point out this portal thing reminds me of Star Trek. You know, when you're beaming.
Transporter.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like, this is so cool.
I got a question. Is there like a Star Trek world in Decentraland? Did someone come up with that?
Not, I wouldn't say Star Trek specifically, but
Like, dude, is there like themed worlds like that?
I'll show you. Try to show you a few things.
Okay. This is cool.
You can change your time of day.
Oh, that is neat.
Nice. Yes.
I like that.
I'm inside, so you don't see the full effect of it, but
you could see though. You could tell.
You can see the outside too change, like where the red trees are.
Here's my emotes. There's a quick board. I have more than that, but there we go. And you can go back up, beaming up, but real quick I'll show you. Cool. Show you right outside here. This is a lot of this doesn't get used, which we complain about, but there's also the foundation, which is the people who initially built Decentraland, which I had the honor and privilege of getting to meet them in Argentina just last year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Was pretty cool. It was an awesome IRL meetup, and I got to meet some people from that I've interacted with in Decentraland for quite some time.
So cool.
But they have all this stuff down here that never gets used. There used to be a museum of sorts, which may still be here. They got auditoriums. What they have done an event here. When they introduced a new type of emote and stuff, but this is a fun little place just to run around and check out. But I'm going to jump here, trying to think if there's anything else.
Are we gonna get a sneak peek of the eggs?
You might get to see something here.
Ooh.
I'm gonna take you to right now. I'm gonna take you. This is where the event's going to start.
Okay.
And I have to shout out a person by the name of Lastrom, who has a NFT project called The Last Slice. He's created, so if you...
That's like pie.
You can buy a Decentraland name, and I own one existence. And you can tell the difference because anybody who doesn't, you can put your name in, but you're going to have like 4 characters that follow it. So you can tell if somebody owns their name or not. But
what's that grid?
With your name comes a world, a Decentraland world as well, which you can build on, and the restrictions there to build are less. This is, I don't know why it does this. That's how he has it set up. But you can rent land from here. Currently for 2 weeks at a time, which is what I have done, and I'm trying to put together a build that's going to be where you come to start the Easter event and see the map of where you go to find eggs. But he's got a whole cool thing set up here, cyberpunk shops as well.
So I had a question about renting a piece of land or space. So how much does that cost, or does it depend on the location in Decentraland, and also does it depend on who's the renter?
Absolutely, many factors. If you rent it from here, like it's 2 weeks is the max for now, but it's free. You can do it for free. You can go to the marketplace and look to purchase, which is relatively cheap in compared to a long time. It's pretty cheap. It's around $100 or so. Anyway, you can also rent there, but there are many people who in Decentraland, if you just get to know people, and if you're interested in building, there's many that will give you building rights on their land and let you build.
Okay.
And for whatever,
So when you talk,
however long they agree to it.
Yeah.
What's that?
When you talk about build, so like right now I'm looking at a map, right? So specifically when you build, you have like a piece of land that either you can rent, someone donates where you can build on, or, for a time, or you own yourself. But specifically when you build, are you building buildings? What's the definition of build here for us?
Good question. So there's many different things. People build 3D models in Blender, or I think Maya, and there's another one, Daz, I think it is. Some people you can buy them off like Sketchfab. There's the Blender marketplace as well, and a lot of them you can get some free 3D objects. In Decentraland, they have to be GLB, and there is a kind of a tight rules as to how big something can be. Basically, if you can build in Decentraland, my understanding is you can build anywhere.
Yeah.
And so there's a set of parameters that you got to work with in order to build within Decentraland.
Well, so if you look, this here is one parcel of land.
Okay.
It's like 16 meters by 16 meters. And you can have 10,000 triangles, which is not a lot. And then I don't remember the you can maybe have 4 or 6 materials, and like 15 megabytes file size, just to kind of give an idea.
Interesting.
But over here is an area that I have some of my land, and Kanessa, who's one of the people that runs or is a founder of the community building Decentraland that has their X Space on Saturdays, has a build over here, and so does her co-host or vice versa, Sinful Meat Stick. This is kind of slow. I don't know why, but they both have land over here. I do. My friend Old Guy Barbecue has some land over here.
Old Guy Barbecue?
Old Guy Barbecue. Barbecue. Come on. Don't do this to me.
Must be that AOL dial-up of yours.
I know, right? So I'm getting 300 megabytes or whatever when I do a test, or when I test it.
Oh, speed test? Yeah.
So it's not. That's the whole thing. Oh, come on.
Sometimes it happens. Sometimes things don't want to work. So while we're waiting for the transition here, what is the occupancy in Decentraland? Like the community-wise, how much people are active inside of Decentraland in a day?
Well, once upon a time, about a year or two ago, if you would have asked CoinDesk, I believe it was, who wrote an article stating 38 daily users in Decentraland.
38.
Oh, we had a heyday with that because it wasn't a significant.
Was he missing a couple zeros?
They lost a bunch of zeros.
Well, no, I wouldn't go quite that far. But it was a good bit more than that.
You got an error, by the way.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. There's even a T-shirt, which I have one of them. I only have 37
Lucky 38.
friends. I only have 37 friends.
Okay,
In regards to that,
that's a
we
good
actually
one.
tried to. An artist by the name of Rustan.
Oh yeah.
He he had an idea. He and reached out to them, and I think we were going to try and we wanted to do something, you know, jokingly about it. I think for a pizza day or something, but they never got back to us. So, but I think they did a or what is it called when you go back on an article that you wrote?
Retract
Something like that, yeah.
or renege.
That's a retract.
Retract, I think, yes.
Yeah, I think you got it right there. The retract.
Retracted on that. So.
But you never asked my question. Like you said, 38, but like, how much people are actually active users in there? You're retracting, my friend.
No, I don't know an official total. There's been a lot of talk about that too. How do you actually determine how many active users? There has been. I don't know if the website is still up out there, but a metrics where you could see how many people had been running around within the server. Sometimes people just AFK there too. So I remember I was one of the top 10 for places for traveling, going around checking things out.
Yeah,
because I was having fun doing that. I wanted to see what people were building out there.
Yeah,
and I'm right back where I started.
Sometimes it happens, Metabeast. Sometimes even with 40 gigs of RAM, guys, it happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I'm bad at that stuff.
No. I was gonna say if I got a few more minutes, I will try to get back in there because I wanted to show you one of the Easter builds, and I was going to show you where the community building Decentraland hangs out.
Yeah, no problem. I think a good correlation would be like maybe on X, right? Because crypto Twitter is kind of like where Web3 hangs out. What is like maybe a good frequency of people that attend like a Decentraland space or a Decentraland live stream? That would give us a good correlation of how much people are in there.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's the thing. There's maybe 20.
Like Janie Park had like a Twitter space, I remember, just like last week, and it had to do with the fashion show, right? And so even the fashion show, how much people attended that gives us a good idea of the number, right?
Well, here's the thing. That has happened in the past too. These big events come and it brings all these people in, but the question is how many of them come back? Because
so here's the day, gone tomorrow, kind of a thing.
Pretty much, yes. I mean, if some of us will say, if I got one person that I met that keeps coming back, that's a success.
Yeah.
Which in a way it is. It's it can be an acquired taste. When I came in, I did get kind of tired of the parties, as you said. It was a lot of just DJ events, and people emoting and chatting. I want something more, which I want to bring storytelling in somehow, some way. So this is La Cantina.
Nice.
This is yours?
Nope, this is a Canessa.
Oh, okay.
I have one on the other side, but this is a build where.
Oh, did we lose him? I think we lost. I think we lost Metabeast, guys.
He's in Decentraland. He got stuck.
We lost him in Decentraland, guys. He got lost in the sauce, and we also have TNT that says I started in Decentraland, didn't last long. It felt so empty. Everyone was at the fashion show. Hey, there you go. That means a lot of people was at the fashion show. And guys, I think Metabeast dial-up modem kind of got the fritz on him. That's what happens when you choose AOL, my friend. I'm just kidding.
He needs the beep
Um,
beep.
yeah, and we're in his segment too, right? Oh, we could run his own show, D. That's crazy. Well, okay, we're gonna give him a little bit of a do there and make sure that he's not frozen like that. Metabeast, you're gonna have to probably come back, and there he goes, guys.
Oh, there he goes.
There we go. So D, since we're over here, and this is like ad-libbing right here, what do you think of Decentraland? You know, we're from Vivi, guys. So we've just recently got into their virtual world called the Viviverse. So it kind of this kind of harkens for us a little bit, but it sounds like Decentraland's been around for a while, and the host is back. There he is.
Yes, he's back.
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Doubt.
The wind was blowing a lot.
I'm gonna wrap up here too. But what were you saying about? Go ahead, finish what you were saying.
Oh no! We were just kind of ad-libbing before you come back, where we're like, basically, like, you know, what did we think about Decentraland? You know, because we come from Vivi, right? And we've recently gotten into their virtual world, which is the Viviverse, and it's a little bit different because it's more of like a build as you go kind of a thing, and you get to like interact with your collectibles. This is more of like a open world where there's people in it already. Sounds like there's kind of like a handful of you guys in there, depending on the day or the event. And then, you know, it sounds like you guys have all the dynamics that Vivi wants to be. You can buy and rent land. You can, you know, do a bunch of content creation there. And, you know, you can basically interact and have an experience. And that's what everyone's kind of looking for. You know, ever since we went through CV19, everyone's been looking for different type of experience, whether it's virtual or even just a connection socially with different people. And I think you found that. You basically told us that this is your home base, right? Like us, you know, our home base for this type of environment is like maybe the Viviverse right now. And who knows, it could be something else. It could be maybe Futureverse or whatever other experience that comes after that. And it looks like he's back as well. So let's add that to the stage, guys.
And keep in mind, they were building, I think they started in like around 2017 and land sales around 2019, 2020, I believe. So they've been building, and that's one of the things is all these other metaverse platforms have came up, but Decentraland has always had at least an aspect of everything. You know, some might excel at this or that, but Decentraland had all of it almost.
Yeah.
So
and it sounds like it.
And right behind Canessa, the La Cantina, is just a little build I put together. Maybe not come here unless you like to be harassed by that guy.
Who is that?
SpongeBob.
Because he will chase. He will chase.
Is that like your watchdog?
No, I just thought it was funny to have him
follow you around.
Just go follow you.
And
okay, so you have different IP in here as well. You have different like you know, branded IPs in this space.
You can't
hear
it.
Or is that a bootleg? Is that a bootleg SpongeBob?
I don't. Yeah, I don't know where
it's a Temu version.
It's a bootleg SpongeBob. Where's Arcade?
Right
Arcade, look, it's a bootleg SpongeBob. Arcade. That's following you. Let's feed a creeper.
He won't follow you. He won't follow off his land, off my land.
Off the grid. Okay.
That's as far as he can go.
He's a bootleg watchdog.
Shoot. I have another build around here. Oh, here we go. This is one of old guys.
This pyramid?
And it's going to be, he wants it to be a museum.
Okay.
Ooh,
and it's
kind
of, it resembles, you know, it's a, like the Decentraland logo, the two pyramids and the two suns.
Oh, the sun. Sorry, I said moon.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, that makes a bunch of sense.
Very cool.
And I'm gonna jump over. Where am I?
And I gotta tell you, Metabeast, a lot of people are liking your segment. There's 200 plus eyeballs watching you right now.
You're kidding me.
I'm not.
That's crazy. Well, thank you. Well, thank you, everyone. That's I hope you guys are enjoying this.
I I'll take a
If
screenshot.
anybody
for
ever
you.
has questions to ask or hit me up. Where am I? I know I'm here. He said he could jump. He said he could jump to mine.
So TNT says, didn't Mana, the token, get talked in Shark Tank or one of those actors?
That I'm not familiar with.
Interesting though.
Okay, so here's a sneak Easter.
That's cool.
Peek. This is mine. And as you come in, there's this guy.
Whoa.
He looks like Luda from is it Luda or Ludo from Labyrinth?
Yeah, Ludo.
Oh, it's a troll.
Yep.
Does he get bigger?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Is he ready to lay eggs?
He's trolling. He's trolling.
He's here to guard the eggs.
The troll is guarding the eggs. Those are some big eggs. How are you supposed to hide those big eggs, Metabeast?
Well, they're not hidden. They're just behind.
I like this multicolored one. That's really. I like that one. It's beautiful.
These are actually a special collection too. So there's a project called the Crypto Fish, which is by a talented artist. I wish he could get more traction, but all the fish are designed with what he calls a meta style. And owning a crypto fish gives you access to all these meta styles, which are, different patterns and stuff. And you're free to use them to create another project or whatever. And I thought it would be a great time to use some of them and put them on eggs.
So basically, assets offer utility that unlock different type of features that give you other utility. Guys? Wouldn't that be cool for other projects?
Yeah. What is that thing up on the top? Looks like a honeycomb thing up in the sky.
That?
There's like this square grid in the sky.
Oh, I think that's above Old Guys. It's
I
guess I think it's a platform.
It's like a Truman Show thing, right? Where that's the real sky.
Oh. Yeah. Well, that might be he's
going for.
Put that design on it. Could very well be. That's.
It's gonna break the barrier under the dome.
So Metabeast, are people going to be like hunting for these eggs? Is there like a challenge? Like, what's the experience behind the egg hunt?
Okay, so it's going to be whoever finds the most eggs in the quickest time, and that part of the event lasts 24 hours. It starts 0500 UTC on Easter morning, which is 9 or 10 o'clock PST, and it goes for 24 hours. And I am not giving out exact coordinates. One of the purposes of this event, and this is a first of its kind too. I'm very proud to be a part of.
How long did it make you build it? How long did it take to build it?
Well, see, that's the thing. It involves many different community members who own land. And all of them have gotten an egg. And as I was talking about Lastrom earlier, he has made it so a person can create a quest. And given everybody, people get some codes, they attach it to their egg, and that allows this quest to span across Decentraland. You couldn't do something like this before. It would have been yet people have to take a selfie with each egg. I was not doing that.
It's a lot of vetting.
But he's made it for this, and he's helped make it as simple as possible so that even people who don't have building skills, if they have land and all they want to do is be able to at least put an egg on their land so they can be a part of this event, they can. And another aspect is that those who can create, they have the freedom to do whatever they want around their egg. They can make it easy, they can make it difficult. I've even said somebody can make it impossible to get their egg if they wanted to. And so they can build whatever they want. So you're going to see a lot of different builds. Some may be Easter themed, some may not.
Yeah.
I know there's one up north here that's got a little special Easter theme going, like around the origin of Easter, so to speak. But yeah, so that's one of the amazing things. But it's also to get people to explore Decentraland. So what's going to be at Angzar Plaza for the start is going to be a representation of the map of Decentraland, and areas will be circled or highlighted, and there'll be a number inside it with the number of eggs you can find within that area. So you'll have to. Okay. So I thought about nothing like that, but then the more I thought about it, that's a lot of places. That's a lot to cover. So I thought, okay, let's do areas. This gets people out to explore because they're not going to know the exact coordinates to go to. So they're going to see a bit of Decentraland. I will give some exact coordinates to some of the ones I know that people are making, like a parkour or something harder to do. But yeah, that's the beauty of it. For just as many people who has wanted to be a part of it could, and as easy or as difficult as they want it to be. And over here, this is another one of mine.
Oh, that's cool. That is so cool. With that dragon?
Yes.
That is awesome. I hate that.
Now, would you believe that the troll and this dragon are both AI?
No. So
no,
that was
say
the question
what?
from Richard. Richard asked, so the troll is a 3D file brought in?
Yes. But made by AI.
Ah, okay.
Even. And remember...
What'd you use?
Remember, so this is 3 parcels. It's a relatively low poly or tri count on that one. I used, and I would love to say I used altered state, but no, I cannot say that. I've not had as great as luck, I guess, as Buildo. And using pictures even.
Yeah.
I came across this. This was suggested. If you go look at some of the documentation through the Decentraland docs on learning to build and such. This is one of them recommended, called Tripo.
Yeah.
And I believe the troll was made here as well as the dragon. And
what I love about cruising in Decentraland that I've noticed is how fluid it is just on this live stream. You know what I mean? Sometimes depending on the experience, it can be janky, even when we're trying to show it to the audience. So yeah, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, except for the one little bit there where it wasn't loading.
Well, okay. Well, we don't want to show any of that.
Hey, it's real. Remember, real.
Yeah, but we don't need anyone to see your email.
I don't. Oh, that. Thank you.
Yeah. So I just made sure I hide your screen right there. TNT for Blender and publishing models. I read it is 100. Is this right?
What is it? What's that?
So he says right here, for Blender and publishing models, is it like $100? Is this right?
Okay, so that, I think what he's talking about is possibly the wearables and the emotes.
He says, I was looking into modeling for Decentraland.
You can, you can create and build or make anything you want on your land. Now, when it comes to wearables and the emotes, there is a curation. That the people that are part of the curation, they receive a portion of the fees. So yes, currently there is $100 fee. You have to submit it through the curation. They make sure that it fits the standards, and they're also supposed to check for copyright.
Cases, it's super helpful what you just said.
Okay, good. So yes, it's for that only. Any like this, I bought my land. I can put this on here. If I bought the 3D object, if I made it myself or I had AI do it, it doesn't matter as long as I don't go over the try count and such. So, but there are ways around it. If you can code, if you know coding and can use visual, do visual code, you can bypass a lot of that too. I am told. I'm not a coder. And once again, my friend over here, oh God, barbecue. Is he had an event not too long ago, run a maze, and this parkour, which I hate. I'm not even going to touch it. I hate parkour. I've tried several times to make one for one of my plots for Easter, and I can't do it because I have to run it to make sure people can complete it, and I can't. I suck at them so bad.
You know, I'm not good at doing obstacles either. Now, so I'm gonna just go off an assessment here from me. Like specifically, I like the interaction. I like the experience in terms of like the movement in Decentraland. I like all the features built in. Now I understand they've been around for a while. The one thing I'm just not keen on is the visuals. It reminds me of Nintendo versus me personally.
No. I agree. I don't care for the abundant. It's not that I don't like pink, but I'm just not thrilled with the overabundance of pink.
Yeah. Like that's how Decentraland is. It's just very pink and orange everywhere.
It is right now. You know, as people build stuff, a lot of it will not be quite so much, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just very bright colors.
You are not alone in that.
Like, and like, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, like I haven't been in a lot. I mean, I'm looking forward to trying different things. We were in Second Life, and that reminded me kind of like say like an early version of Grand Theft Auto, as in the movement experience, the look. Now the VVverse to me, that reminds me of like for me, there's a lot of realism in it from a virtual perspective, like if for virtual world, but it doesn't have all these cool features. It doesn't. It's more janky in terms of what you can do here.
Yeah. Give them some time for one.
For sure. But, I mean, they're at 1.0, right?
So they're like, pretty good. I'm rather impressed with what you can do. For sure. And it is cool to have your collectibles in there as well. I think that is awesome. I think it's very cool. So,
and I just can suspect that they're aiming to be what Decentraland is, but in terms of having that feature functionality and more in the VVverse. But like overall, I'm really liking the movement and experience here in Decentraland. I like the features. I dig the content creation portion. I'm just not feeling the look. Oh, that's cool.
Don't go outside. And this would be Rustan, who is in real life is a body artist. He paints on people.
Okay, now that is cool. That just made me impressed right there. I like that.
Oh, how about this? Real quick.
And I like the waves too. Now that's what I mean. Like I dig the whole experience. I'm just maybe I just have to get in there and like really try it out.
You got. I mean, I come in. I ignore the outside. Whatever. I just, like
You
to
stay
look
inside.
around and see what people are actually building. So speaking of,
But I like that. I like the social media aspect, and that is something that is needed specifically. And like I like its open world, right? Versus VVverse. You only can have 30 people in your space.
I just went
There's memory issues. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just went PG-13. Sorry.
Oh, nice.
that is oh, I thought I put it on. Yep, there we go. That's a body paint wearable that Rustan did.
Cool.
Just recently.
So cool.
Yeah, I love the waves back there. Can
Yes.
people surf? Can people surf in Decentraland?
You know what? If anybody can, he probably can. And you see, there's even a shark over there.
Oh, that is a shark. That's cool.
He's very talented. I mean, he's very talented, and he's in. He has some VVs. He's has some VVs. Yep.
He veeves.
He veeves.
He has some BBs.
Yeah. Oh, remember
Whoa.
That's cool.
I met Cloak and
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Champ.
Yeah.
And
Rustan's art gallery
That was cool.
opening.
And shout out to Mr. Champ. I was supposed to actually meet him this past weekend, but my schedule changed a little bit.
That's right. They were in there. That's
yeah. They came to Hawaii, so but kids got sick, so yeah, couldn't go for the day. But next time.
Definitely next time we're meeting up with people. Yeah,
see, now that's cool right there. I dig that. Like I'm digging the experience, and maybe I just got to get used to the look.
Well, they may be pink trees, but they're different pink trees, that's for sure. And I mean, there's the ocean, basically, so to speak.
Was that a sandbar? Is that a sandbar? Looks like in the middle, in the corner there.
Oh, that's a raft over there.
Hey, that looks like the rafts for back home.
There you go, D. You can get a plot in Decentraland and build a little tiny island of Yap and get a raft.
He must have made some changes because I swear. Oh, there it is. I don't know how to get up there.
You can't fly?
No.
You can't fly in Decentraland?
No, they took that away from us.
What?
We have an ongoing joke. If it becomes too much fun, they take it away.
Oh wow!
Oh,
well,
they just want you to exercise.
For you guys, you cannot have it.
You gotta walk everywhere.
Well, they did give us a speed walk now.
Oh, so you can be the Flash.
I forget. I got up there once before with my friend Sir Degen.
I really like the streaming boards. I think they're really cool right there. I think that's awesome. That's what I want to do in VVverse is do live streams like that with like boards, have a little like a town hall where people can watch the content right there. And it looks like you guys have that option. That's cool.
Oh, I guess real quick then, at least one more thing to show. I mentioned the camera.
There, that's how you can fly. That's it.
I for pictures. Oops, except for I got lost. What's that?
Whoa.
Are you in the sky? Did you end up in the sky?
Oh, I'm outside.
Oh.
Has a bit of a reach. Here, let's do this.
Yeah, look at that.
So
interesting.
And see, I knew there was a shark up there. I just don't remember how to get up there. That is a
shark. Yo, that is cool.
Whoa, shark in the clouds?
Yep.
Come on, give us the fly mode.
Yeah, see, they brought wearables 2.0, or is that what they call them? I don't know. But the wearable allowed you to do certain other actions. So some could fly. There was shoes that made you run super fast or jump super high. All kinds of different things. And same with emotes. We're doing more than just movement. They had like confetti or other things that would occur as well.
Just give me the leaf from Super Mario 3 so I can like fly with my little tail up there, right? That's it.
You know, right? That's all I want to do is fly. And you know, the thing was too is you could on your build you could disable that. So, you know, if you had a game or something, people couldn't cheat, so to speak.
Mm.
You know, I don't know that this was a 2.0 as well. Witch's Broom.
Oh, I see. I was like, what's happening here?
Use it to fly to the sky.
Yeah, it's on a loop.
I see.
But yeah, he's got the cool fire. I mean, Rustan's he does a lot of cool things. He's got several locations around here too.
That's cool.
This
That's
is the
cool.
this
Little
is the
beach in a
famous
house.
Lobsteropolis. You got to come see them. We're hoping they update because they got rid of the web browser, went client 2.0, and that's when a lot of things they gave us went away.
Yeah.
And a lot of the builds have to update to this new client, this SDK 7 or whatever. And there's a lot of people aren't around to do it. And it costs money.
Of course.
But the DAO has paid some a collection of people to assist and help people with bigger builds and stuff like this to get themselves upgraded so they don't have to bear the cost. But this has been around. I would call it historic.
I see.
And I think I will leave it at that. It's probably gotten pretty late.
Yeah, this is cool.
Well, this was cool, Metabeast. I mean, like for me, I've never gotten to like tour Decentraland until right now. I'm sure there's 210 people now watching us. And I'm sure a lot of them have not seen this as well. So shout out to Decentraland and shout out to you, Metabeast. Final words for your segment.
Incredible.
It's free. You do have to download the client. You don't have to have a wallet. You can log in. There is an email option to log in now, which is cool. So yeah, they just had Metaverse Fashion Week. I got the Easter egg hunt coming up starting Sunday, and CBD, the Community Building Decentraland, is going to have their 3-year event coming up soon, which will be music and such. And we're all, if any of you listening are DJs and just want the experience of being able to perform in the metaverse, this is a great opportunity. They'll be looking for people who want to play. It's not something, it's something that they're just community members. They don't have tons of money either. And it is a community building Decentraland, so it's a community thing. Everybody gets together and contributes somehow, some way that wants to help make this event. So they will be looking for people who want to perform. So
cool.
Check them out on Saturday noon, CBD X Space, or you can reach me. I am AKCMetabeast on Twitter.
Right here, guys.
And so,
wrong one. Right.
Do they have a mobile version? Decentraland?
Okay, they do.
Okay.
That is not something the foundation has done. They got an Easter event too. Sorry.
Squirrel.
Somebody applied for a grant to start creating that, as well as the VR, virtual reality part. Now currently it's like a test flight on iPhone. Which if somebody's interested and wants it, I can probably get them the link to it to join up. But you can't interact with people who are on the client if you're on the mobile. But the mobile is pretty cool, actually. I was rather impressed. It actually, I had better success signing in for a period of time on that, and had better experiences. Although there was not many people around, but there are people on there. So some people still use the old web browser too, which is the same thing. They can't interact with people on the client, but that won't be around for much longer. So if I had time, I would show people building a little, but I don't even know what time it is, but I'm sure it's kind of late.
We'll have to probably have part 2 with this. Yeah.
Well, of course, revisit. My plan is next Tuesday, is to visit another one of the top platforms that people may or may not have heard of. One called Cryptovoxels.
I've never heard of that, man.
No,
Cryptovoxels.
Yep, you thought this was, you thought kind of Mario here. I think there you're really going to think Mario.
Okay.
Because early Mario anyway.
You know what I like though about your segment here is it's very blocky, like almost like Minecraft-ish.
Yes. That's what a voxel is.
Okay.
Basically, so yeah.
But what I like about your segment is like there are worlds I've never seen. I've never heard of Second Life before until you showed it to us. And what is this other one called again?
Next week will be Cryptovoxels.
Cryptovoxels.
Oh, you're gonna hear. So you're gonna hear the man who sold the world from me. It's going to be on my list. You're gonna hear Substrata is on my list. And I'm pretty sure you probably haven't heard of them. Everdome and Expectar.
Everdome.
Ecoverse.
You're not pulling it out of your hat here, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely not. And I challenge anyone to find an AI that can find half the ones I know. Because I have tried numerous ones to help me put it together, even though I have a list of my own. They can't do it. They don't do it. They just.
It's a test for my AI, D.
That's what I call it. You want to test your AI? They ain't AI if they can't deep research and find this stuff.
Okay. All right.
The man who sold the world, even I told it the web address, and it still kept coming back and saying how it was Billy, or shoot, the name skips my mind, but it's a song by somebody.
Oh, okay.
It refused to consider it a metaverse,
an actual metaverse. Well, you know, AI they've got testing. There's more testing involved with there. But Metabeast, closing thoughts on your segment.
Like I said, come by, check out Decentraland. Great time to do it is for Easter. While there is prizes for the first 24 hours for the quickest and most, it's going to, because everybody put so much work into it, we're going to let it run through like at least Wednesday, so you can still at least experience it and get a chance to explore the world. So and as I always do, I will say, be safe and be well and be you. Thank you.
Guys. Awesome.